where we have completed the variable. We have completed about comments, data type, and today we'll be starting with the operators. Uh, most of the things will be completed in a day, but I will take multiple days to explain this. The important one from the operators, what are the important one and what are the least important one, which we will not be using. We'll see that as well. And after that, we'll go into the looping concept. We'll understand the function, different types of function, scope and arrow function, followed by class, method, object, constructor, and arrays. From here, we'll be starting our playwright concept. Initially, we will do everything manually. We will understand everything. We'll write the coding part. And once we are completing these basic handlings of calendar, keyboard operation, reading data from JSON, and from understanding code gen, from here we'll start using the AI part. So basically what we'll do, we'll also we'll develop the framework by writing code inside the class, and we will also develop the framework using AI. So we'll try to develop the multiple framework and we'll see how it is working. And yeah, so that's how the course content works here. The course content we have. Okay, so before we move to the next topic, which is operators. So Sanjeev, you can go through the video and you can download the Node.js. You can set up the path there, and you can also
similar to the Java, no?
So which editor you used to use?
Notepad.
For Java?
Java, I'm using Eclipse.
Eclipse, yeah, almost similar, but the thing is a little bit different. You just have to go to Node.js. You have to install Node.js and you have to use VS Code here, not Eclipse.
Okay.
So why VS Code? Because everyone is using VS Code. It gives better compatibility with Playwright.
Okay.
So initially, when you download VS Code, you'll have the VS Code. I'll tell you the list of things that you need to download. So first thing that you need to do is download Node.js. If it is your Windows device, it is Windows. If it is Mac, you can download for Mac.
Yeah.
When you download Node.js, it will automatically download npm, which is Node Package Manager, where all the libraries will be present. And once you download this, you can go to command prompt inside your application. And if you put here node -version, you'll be able to see what version of Node you have downloaded. If you put npm
then Robin, you can set the path also. Then you can see.
Okay. Yeah, you need to set the path. Okay. So once you download a Node.js, and for path related things, what you have to do, you have to go to the environment variable, open your system, go to the environment. You're using Mac or Windows?
Windows.
Okay. So inside the search on your window, search for the environment variable. And this is what the system property will open. Here you have environment variables. Go to this environment variables. And inside the system variable, click on new. Once you click on new, you can do what you can do. You can just go as node home. You can put everything in caps.
Okay.
Node home. And here you need to provide the path of your Node.js. So location where you have downloaded the location. So as soon as you download the Node.js, what basically will happen, you can go to your file manager. Inside the file manager, go to your local C, program files.
I know, Robin. Yeah.
Yeah, here you can take the Node.js wherever you have downloaded this one.
Yeah.
This particular file you can take from here.
Okay.
This path. And by that you can set the path. And once you set the path, you'll be able to see npm Node version and npm version here.
Yeah.
So that's about the installation part. Once you install both the things, Node.js in this one, you can download VS Code. And once VS Code is downloaded, what basically you have to do is, this is how the VS Code will look like. Initially, it will be empty, whatever folder you are seeing here. Go to the extension inside VS Code and type here JavaScript. Once you type JavaScript, it will give you the list of suggestions. From here, there is something called this particular icon, which is JavaScript. It says JavaScript ES6 code snippet. You can just click on this particular setting, or you can just click on this. So initially it will be, I have already installed, so it is saying me to disable or uninstall. For you, you will see the option as install here.
Okay.
So you can install this particular ES6 version, and that will be enough to write program for now.
Okay.
We'll see about the playwright later. And after that, what you can do, any place, any folder, like you can go to your file manager, anywhere. For example, you have a music folder. In that, create a folder, something called JavaScript learning, like that. And you can come to VS Code, click on file. From here, open folder. When you click on open folder, basically it will take you to the place where you have created the folder. And whatever the folder you have created, just select that particular folder and click on select folder. It will open here the same way what we are seeing here right now.
Okay.
And post that, once you are able to open the folder, inside the left hand side, there are 4 options, which is new file, new folder, refresh explorer, and this is for the collapse folder. No need to use these two. You can just, you'll already have the folder here. You can just create a new file inside this. So how it will come, like you can just click on new file. Once you click on new file, it will give you the data here, what you need to write. The file format should always be camel casing. It should start with the small letter, followed by the next word should be the first letter of the next word should be capital letter. So today we are seeing operators .js. Okay. You can go through the first 2 session of video, and if you have any question, you can reach out to me anytime.
Okay, sure. Can you open the variable and operator? Can you click on this one? What you written? Can you copy and paste to my chat?
These details?
This is here, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I can try to.
Let me see if I can directly add you.
Otherwise, you can dump.
So I have added in the Teams chat. I think you can copy from there.
This one from which one?
Variables.
Variables. Okay.
It's there on the top, variables. So you can copy this one because as you have invited as a guest, probably you'll not have access to this after the call.
Yeah, I have copy and paste. Yeah.
Okay, and then we have these data types where we have some few more lines of code. Okay, so both the things are already provided there. Don't worry about these things. I'll also provide the notes on these topics.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now, before we start, Ravi and Gaurav, any question from previous session?
No, Robin.
No, Robin.
Okay, all right. So let's start with operators in JavaScript or any programming language. So what basically operators is, whenever you declare a variable, earlier we have seen how to declare the variable. So variable declaration is something like let a equal to 10. And what is this variable type? This is nothing but a number, numeric type, integer, number. Now I'll say let b equal to 15. And what is this? Again, this is number. So if one type of variable we have declared. So operator in any programming language is nothing but it's a kind of special symbol that help in performing action on two value. You can see it as a two value or on two variables, because variables are nothing but a value here. Whenever you have two, whenever you have declared a variable, you have assigned some value to that. There is a value called 10, there is a value called 15. Now operators are nothing but when you have two value or two variables, you need to perform some action on that. And what are different action, we'll see it later. So those two action you will be doing using any keywords, in special keywords, special symbol. For example, if you have to do the mathematical operation, if I say you add two number, how will you do? If I say add two number, how will do? We'll use plus operators. I'll say that compare the two number. I'll say that if check if the number is greater than or equal to none, check the number is greater than other number, a is greater than b or not. So how we'll be using that? We'll use greater than symbol. If you ask to use verify the lesser, compare the two value and verify the lesser value, which is less than other one, we'll be using less than symbol. So these are the symbols that we use on the day-to-day life. Whenever you write program, anything, you do mathematical operation, you calculate anything on your uh, daily life. For example, you go to the any of the grocery store, you calculate the price and you calculate all the addition of the price, how much you have to pay it. So these are called as operations. These are called action that you are doing. These action, when it comes to the programming language, we'll be doing on the variables. And when we'll be doing on the variables, we'll have the special keywords, some different types of operators. And using those operators, we will be able to perform this action. Now, first we'll see what are the different types of operators we have. Different types of operators. So first one, arithmetic operators, where you will be doing all the mathematical actions. Any mathematical action that you need to do will be done here in the using arithmetic operator. Second one is assignment operators. Third one is comparison operators. Now, if you see first one, arithmetic operators, we talks about performing any action on the mathematical basis, arithmetic logic. When we see assignment operator, the name itself, see, we are assigning something. It is nothing but assignment. We are assigning something. Comparison operator is nothing but we are comparing something. We want to compare something using a multiple value. Among the multiple value, we want to compare, and that comparison is performed using an operator. So operator is also called as special symbol. Special, yeah, we have written here operator is also called as special symbol. Those particular symbols we'll be using, and using those symbols we will do the comparison on multiple items, multiple variables. Next we will talk about the logical operators. When you see logical, you'll understand the meaning of logical. We are doing any logic, we are performing the logic there. We want to see the logical operator, how it is working. So if you might have come across the AND, logical AND operator, logical OR operator, about that we'll be talking about inside logical operator. I'll give you the examples as well, so you'll understand better what is logical and what is comparison operator. Next we have, for the understanding purpose, I'm writing it here, bitwise operators, but in general we'll not be using anywhere inside our playwright. And last one, we have some miscellaneous operator, which don't fall under any of these categories. There are only 2 or 3 operators in the miscellaneous categories, which don't basically fall inside the all these categories of operators. So we'll see that as well. Now, from the first session, if you people might have remembered, we said there are 3 different keywords, and the keyword are let, constant, and var. Among these, we are not using var since the ES6 version has come into picture, ES6 version of JavaScript. We have stopped using var. And the people, even the industry, JavaScript industry, officially they have said that var is not recommended to use. We need to use let and constant. We can go here and we can see it as var is So in modern programming, the var keyword is often discouraged because it can lead to unpredictable behaviors and harder to read code. So we have already seen on the other classes why we are not using the var. So currently we'll only be using let and constant. For our practice purpose, inside the program, whenever we'll write JavaScript program, we'll use mostly let, and we'll also use constant. There is no problem in that. But when you start writing the playwright related script, you start writing the playwright uh, script and we start practicing it, most of the time we'll be using only constant. So that's about the operators. We will see what are different bitwise operators, but it is of no use and they are not even asking inside the interview question. All right. So first one is arithmetic operator. Now, what are the different arithmetic operator can be? We know that we have to perform some action. We have to perform some action using two variables, two values. And what are those action? What are those keywords can be used here? Those are addition operators using plus, minus for subtraction, into for multiplication. This is for division. We also have for percentage, which is known as modulus. It will return the modulus will always return the value in form of remainder. We have increment operator. We have decrement operator. When we say increment operator, this is basic plus, minus, into, and division and modulus. This is normally, you can understand if you know mathematics a little bit on that. Increment and decrement operator are nothing but whenever you have any value, if you say increment a plus plus, it will increase the value by 1. If you say a minus minus, it will decrease the value by 1. We'll write the program here, one small program, and we'll see how it is working. This is about the arithmetic operator. Don't worry if you don't understand. I will explain you in detail. I'm just writing about what are the different operators we have here. Next, we have assignment operator. So assignment operator is nothing but you're assigning some value to a variable or a value to anything. Here I'm talking about the variables. So I'm saying you're assigning a value to variables, but in general term, you're assigning value to anything. It can be anything, like for example, your friends or your family might tell you to do some task inside your home. They're assigning you a task, saying go and get this thing. That is nothing but some assignment operator. They have assigned you some task. And what are those assigning tasks can be done? How people are assigning the task inside the JavaScript is using equal to operator, using plus and equal to, using minus equal to. I'll explain you all what are all these. Into equal to, division equal to, modulus equal to. Now again we have some exponential equivalent, this one. So basically, if you look at this particular statement correctly, assignment operator, it is nothing but we are using the arithmetic operator, and on top of that we are using the assignment operator. So when I say plus equal to here, what basically it means is, if I'll say I'll say here in the line number 5, I have declared a variable called let a equal to 10. I'll say let b equal to 10, 15. Now if I have to do the addition of these two, then what I will say let result equal to a plus b. So this will hold the value of, it will have the output as 10 plus 15 equal to 25. Now if I have to write this in different way, if I have to write something like say a equal to a plus 5. Now basically what, if you look at this particular statement, it says a is already equal to 10. Now we are replacing the value of a. When we are saying replacing the value of a, it means we are saying a equal to 10. Now the a value, whatever is there, add 5 to that. Now what will be the value of a? It will be 15. Earlier the value of a is 10, and now we are saying a equal to a plus 5. It means whatever the value of a is there, add 5 to that particular value, and now it will become 15. So when it becomes 15, we write this particular statement a equal to a plus 5 in this format. We say a equal to a plus 5. But using assignment operator inside JavaScript, we'll be writing a plus equal to 5. Now look at the line number 7 and look at the line number 8. Both are same statement. There is no difference between line number 7 and line number 8. This statement is talking about a equal to a plus 5, and this statement a plus equal to is also written as a equal to a plus 5. Initially, when you start writing the program, if you people have might started learning C, C++ in the starting phase of your life, you might have come across these way of writing inside the textbook, inside the college textbook. You'll see this type of declaration a equal to a plus 5, where we are saying that whatever the value you have stored inside the a variable, add 5 to that particular value. Now it become a equal to a plus 5. Same statement, same thing is written in the nowadays in the JavaScript. Same thing you can write a plus equal to 5. You can say a minus equal to 5. This is nothing but a equal to a plus 5. Same statement. So that is about the assignment operator, where we are using the arithmetic operator. On top of the arithmetic operator, we are performing the assignment operator. We are doing the assigning of that, because you see plus is the arithmetic operator. It is not assignment operator. Equal to is the assignment operator. So when we are taking the arithmetic operator and combining with the assignment operator, that is called as plus equal to, minus equal to, into equal to. That's about the assignment operator. When we talk about the comparison operator, so we have multiple comparison. Comparison operator is nothing but you are comparing the two value. Comparing the two value. I'm just writing the theoretical part. We will also write the program and see how it is working. So comparing the two value. When I say comparing the two value, what are the different way you can compare? I can compare 10 equal to 10. So I will say equal to operator. I can say check if the two numbers are among the two number which is greater. So I'll say greater than equal to, greater operator. I'll say less operator. Check if the number is not equal to something, then I'll say not equal to. Then I can say greater than or equal to, greater than equal to, less than equal to. And then I will say, see this particular state code. It says 3 equal to. Earlier we said this is equal to, and we said this is 3 equal to. Now here the differences is this one, whatever we see here, double equal to, we call it as a equal to, normal equal to. But when we say 3 equal to, we call it as a strictly equal to. Strictly equal to. Now what does this mean, strictly equal to? You know how to declare the variable. You know, I'll say let variables equal to some value, you will say. I'll say 10. And then there is another value. Forget about this. Let's assume you have multiple value. One is 10 and one is 15. Now, if you have to compare those two values, you know, you will be thinking that, okay, if I have to compare which one is greater or which one is equal, then basically I'll say 15 is greater than 10. 10 is less than 15. It's a basic thing. What different do we need to do here? But if I say 10 equal to 10, now I'll say 10 equal to 10. Now look at this two statement, line number 22 and line number 23. What basically we are doing here, this is integer, which is a number value. This is number data type. And anything that goes inside the single quotation or double quotation is called as string. Now this is called string. A number that is wrapped inside a quotation is called as string. So here we have the number as a variable, data type is number, and then we have a data type as variable. We are trying to compare number with string. In the second statement, line number 23, also we are doing the same thing. We are trying to compare number with string. Now earlier I said this is equal to, double is equal to, and triple equal to is nothing but strictly equal to. So what is the difference here? When you compare 10 equal to 10, it will give you true value. But when you compare this one, it will give you false value. We'll see when you write the code, we'll execute the code and we'll print that value. You'll be able to see that 10 equal to 10 is giving the true, but 10 equal to 10, same statement. There is no difference between both the statement. One is compared with equal to, another one is compared with triple equal to, which is nothing but strictly equal to. It will give you the value as false. The reason for that, whenever you declare double equal to, it will convert the data type and it will give you the value. If you are saying 10 equal to 10, which is wrapped inside the string, it will convert this string in the backend to a number and then it will compare. When it convert the string to number, what basically will happen? This is number 10. Now this will also become a number. It will check the equality and it will say, okay, 10 is a number which is equal to 10. It is true. But when you use strictly equal to, which is this one, it will not convert the data type. It will check the value, it will check the comparison, but it will not convert the data type. Here in the double equal to, it will check the comparison and it will also convert the data type to make the value true. But strictly equal to will only check the value and data type. It will not convert anything. It will check both the thing, what is value and what is data type. And based on that only, it will provide the result here. So what basically happening here is this is number 10 and this is number wrapped inside a quotation is known as string. So it is comparing here number and string. So it will give you a false value and it will give you a true value. That is why whenever we are writing any logic, any code inside our JavaScript or inside our playwright, we will only be using strictly equal to. Always remember, use strictly equal to so that you will get less error and you'll always get the exact output that you are expecting, because it will not convert the data type. So you'll get the correct value here. So that is about the triple equal to, and we'll be using mostly on the triple equal to part. Now we have the next one is a logical operator. So logical operator, as the name suggests, we are using for performing logical action, you can say. Performing logical action. Any action that you do logical. What it mean by the logical action? When in what cases you'll be using logical? When you have multiple things to verify. For example, understand in this way. In India or in any places, if you have to go and get your registration done for the passport, if you have to apply for the passport, or if you have to apply for driving license. Now, if you have to apply for driving license, we have multiple criteria here. It cannot be a single criteria. What are the multiple criteria? One is you must be 18 plus. That's the first criteria. The second, you must have a valid ID proof. Now tell me, if you are not 18 plus, do you get the license, driving license? Definitely not. You'll not get driving license. If you do not have any ID proof, you have nothing, you are just 18 plus, but you want to apply for driving license, do you think you will get the license? In both the case, you'll not get the license, because here we are comparing the two value. We have two action, two logic things. Based on that only you can proceed further. The first one is you must be 18 plus. Second one is must have a valid ID proof. Now, if I say 18, so before that, we have multiple logical operator. One is logical AND. This is called as logical AND. I will differentiate here so that you don't get confused. Okay, so we have logical AND, we have logical OR here, and we have not operator, not equal to. We have seen here not equal to. Same way it is not. This is called as logical and this is called as logical, or this is called as not operators. So when we say logical and, it means you have to compare two values, this and that. You are saying here in case of driving license, what we are saying, you must be 18 plus and must have a valid proof. Here we are not saying 80, either you can be 18 plus or either you have a valid ID proof. We are not telling that. It is 18 and proof. I'll say ID. It means you should be 18 plus. Definitely you should be 18 plus, and you should also have a valid ID. There is another case. If I say, in this case, what will happen? It will be true, because a person who is going to apply for a driving license, he is already 18 plus and he has a valid ID proof. So he'll be able to apply. He's eligible to apply for the driving license. But a person who is 18 plus, and in place of and, I will say or valid. So in this case, you'll not understand. Now, another example is, think about cinema, or think about a pub or bar. So basically what happened here, when you go to the pub and bar, understand there are a ticket system that you must enter inside this particular pub or bar until the time you have a valid ID proof and a valid ticket, or the entry pass, you can say. Now you have entry pass to go inside, entry pass or valid ID proof. Now basically what happened, when you go to any of the pub or bar, if there is a security person who will check your details, what he will say, either you show me the entry pass or you show me the valid ID proof. Based on that, I will let you go. If he has both the operator, if he has the AND operator, that means you must have the entry pass and valid ID proof. So what basically he'll do at the time of checking here, if it is an and logic, if it is an and rule inside that particular pub or bar, then what he will say, he'll say, you must have entry pass, you need to show me the pass, and you need to also show me the valid ID proof. Now, if one among these is not there, he will not allow you to go inside. He'll say, if you don't have entry pass and you have valid ID proof, I will not allow you to go. If you have entry pass and no ID proof, I will not allow you to go. If you don't have anything, still I will not allow you to go. The only condition he can go inside is when he has both entry pass and valid ID proof. Now take another logic here. Understand this way. There is a rule in that particular pub or bar where it is saying that if a person who wanted to come inside, if he has only valid ID proof, entry pass, or a valid ID proof, if he has any one of them, entry pass or valid ID proof, let that person go inside. In that case, what the security person will say, it will check, do you have entry pass? You will say yes, he will let you go. Do you have valid ID proof? You will say yes, he will let you go. Do you have only one from this one? You have both, he will let you go, no problem for that. But when in only case where it will fail is when you don't have anything, you don't have the entry pass and you don't have the valid ID proof. In this case, it will fail. So OR operator, basically what it will do, whenever you do the logical comparison, you will be doing on the two values. This is called value 1, this is called value 2. OR operator, basically it will check either of two value is true or not. One among this, if it is true, then it will perform the logical OR operation. AND operator, when we are comparing on two different variable 1 and variable 2, both must be true in order to execute the AND operator. If both are not true, then it will fail. But in logical OR, what will happen? It will check one criteria. If entry pass is there, if this variable is not matching, then it will say, okay, no problem, this is not matching, or check this one. It will check the second one. That's how we'll be doing the comparison operator. We have bitwise operator. We have bitwise operator as well, but we are not using it. And those bitwise operator and why we are not using, you have seen here, we are using the logical and it's always recommended to use logical and. We have and, we have or, single or, we have something called as bitwise XOR, this particular thing. We also call it as a power 1 power symbol, something like if you have to write 2 power 3, something like that. So we'll be using this particular symbol. Not recommended to use this bitwise, but just for the purpose, I'm telling you what are different operators we have here. We have this symbol called escape symbol, not escape. This is called bitwise not, this one. And we have left shift, right shift, these details. So if you want to understand, I'll explain you about these things, what is bitwise operator, but basically we'll not be using it. So far I have written almost more than 3,000 to 4,000 test cases. Script I have also seen, I have reviewed the different test cases, but we are not using this one. We'll only be using logical operator here in place of bitwise operator. And then we have at last we have some of the miscellaneous operator. Miscellaneous operator are nothing but these operators, those do not fall under any of these categories. The operators which are not falling under any of these categories is called as miscellaneous. They are not, whenever they have written, whoever has written this coding part, they thought that, okay, these are the operators which is not either a arithmetic operator, nor a assignment, nor a comparison operator, not logical operator. So we'll put those operators inside a miscellaneous thing. And those operators are, we have comma, you know, this comma operators, basically we'll say comma for differentiating two value. The second one is ternary operator, and that is nothing but this is how we'll use. This will be using inside. This act as a if else statement. This is called if, and this is called else. So we'll see this one later how this is working. And but this is known as ternary operator. Ternary operator. And third one we have is type of operators. So basically, it is not a symbol. It does not have any symbol in it. It is just a type of operator. So what type of operator will do? Whenever you write any variable, you have written let a equal to 10 here. Now probably you can also write let name equal to testing. Now when you write this thing, you know that the first let a equal to 10 is nothing but a number. It is a numerical value. And in second statement, line number 9, you are saying let name equal to string testing, which is nothing but a string. Now type of operator, what will do, whenever you are writing a code, such type of code, and you are trying to print the value, but you don't know what kind of value I'm printing. So in that case, what basically will happen, when you provide type of after the console.log, and then you provide the name, type of name, then it will give you what type of value this name variable is storing. That's the only use of type of variable, type of operator. Apart from that, there is no much use of this operators. So we will see going forward how we are using type of operators and what is the actual purpose of this one. So these are the list of different operators we have. We'll see one by one, so you'll understand better how to do the validation on this one, how to do the performance action with these two operators. Any question anyone have so far? I have just written the things, but not explained in detail.
No, Robin, all good.
Okay, all right. Ravi, do you know why Lata has not joined?
I'm not sure. I think I called her. She didn't pick. I think
Okay,
she's traveling back from hometown.
Okay, maybe. All right. So now we'll start with the first operator, which is arithmetic operators. And what are those operators we have? Plus, minus, into, division. You can see I'm just separating all this using the comma operator. So basically, wherever you use comma, people understood that comma is also a kind of operator. So they have placed that inside a miscellaneous operator. They have not placed inside any of these operator, because the actual use of comma is just to separate the two value. It is not doing anything else. It is not performing the addition operator. It is not performing the any other action here. It is just separating the two value. I'm saying plus is separated by with minus using a comma operator. So it is placed inside the miscellaneous operator. And we have percentage. We have plus operators. We have increment, decrement. Now let's take here, I'll say let x equal to 10. I'll also say let y equal to 20. Now I'll use the addition operator. I'll use all the operator here. I'll say let, I can write result let addition result equal to x plus y. This is standard. There is no change. If you learn any programming language, this is how we'll be writing the addition logic, x plus y. Even in your mathematical operation, mathematical problem, you'll do the same way. You'll add two value, and then you'll say here console.log. We'll say addition of two number is this one plus, you will say add result. And now how we'll run this particular code here inside this terminal. We'll start with node. In order to run your JavaScript code, we will start with node followed by the file name that we have provided here in the left hand side, whatever the file name we had provided. So if you want to run operators.js, I will put operator.js. If I have to run variables.js, then I'll put variable.js. So here I will say operators.js, node operator.js. So it is giving me the value. Addition of two number is 30. I have the value called 20. I have a value called 10. So when I'm trying to add these two value and trying to print the value, it is giving me the value as 30. Now, if you look at the console.log statement here, I'm saying addition of two number is followed by plus addition result. It means I can also write in this way. Still it will print the value. You can see it is printing the value as 30. Now before 30, before the value prints, if you want to write anything, when I say anything in the sense, you want to write some text so that whoever the developer or whoever the tester, newly tester come into the project, it's better practice to write these details. It would be better practice to write in this way. So that if someone comes to the project and they see this particular statement, they will say, they will not bother about this variable where it is present. If I look at this statement where it is saying addition of two number is, I'll understand, okay, there are two numbers provided somewhere in the above and addition logic is applied and that particular value is getting printed here. So I don't want to go above this particular statement and check where it is written. It will give me a sense that addition is happening somewhere in the top. That's enough. But if I don't write anything, if I put it like this, in this way, and I'll say addition result. Now, probably I'll see the word called addition result as I've given, but tomorrow they might give you value as result. So when they say result, I will not be able to understand what kind of result it is giving. I'll have to go to explore these statements. What are the statements? What are the logic written above this code? And then only I'll be able to understand this one. And in the first class, we have always seen anything that goes inside the single quote or double quotation is called as string. It's for Sanjeev. So if you are not aware of this, probably in Java, you might have found that in order to declare the string, you will have to use inside the double quote. If this is called as a string. But in Java, in the JavaScript, this is also called as string.
Yeah, single, yeah.
Yeah, in the single quote also, this is also called as string. And also there is another way which is called template literals. This is also called as string. So template literals, we'll see in the upcoming session how to use the template literals to provide the actual console.log statement. Mostly we'll be using this particular thing, this console.log, sorry, template literals. I'll write it here. This is called as template. Template literals. This particular template literals will be using inside our console.log. In the upcoming session, we'll see. So, all right. So we have seen the addition operator, how it is working, how it is performing the result. I'll say let sub result equal to what we'll do. We'll do x minus y. One more thing here. Don't be in a confusion that if it is giving me the result in minus, x is 10, y is 20. So it will be 10 minus 20 is minus 10. It will print whatever the value it has to display. It will not care about minus and plus. It just have to do the printing part. So don't worry that it will not print the minus value or plus value. It will print everything. Everything that it has to print, it will print the value. So here we are saying, if you see this particular, we are saying 10 minus 20. What will be the result? It will be minus 10. That particular value is getting printed here. In the console, we can see minus value is getting printed. Now, if you go to the third operator, which is into, we'll say let multiple result equal to x into y. Now what we'll do here, what will happen, 10 into 20 will be the next case. In this case, I'll say console.log multiple result. And if I print this one, it will give me 200 as a value. Very simple. This is nothing to explain too much on this particular stuff. Just for the explanation purpose, I will explain you. And we will see here plus and minus operator, how it is working. Next, we have let div result equal to x by y. Console.log will say div result. Now what is basically happening here is in the line number 52, we are dividing 10 divided by 20. Now what will happen, 10 when we divide 10 by 20, basically it will print the value as 0.5. Now I'll do the other operate logic here. I'll say let div result 1 equal to y by x. Now what will happen here, 20 will be divided by 10. Let me print this value as well. So I'll say console.log, which is CLG followed by tab. And here we'll say div result 1. You'll see now it is printing the value as 2. Reason, earlier we are dividing 10 by 20. So it will be half of that, 0.5. Now we are dividing 20 by 10. So zeros goes on, it will be left with 2. That is about the division operator. Modulus operator is nothing but it will give the reminder. It will inside this division, it will give you the actual division value. It will be modulus operator will be giving you the reminder. See that one. Give me a second. I will write it here. Let mod result equal to x by y. Console.log mod result. It is giving 0.5. We'll see another way also. Give me a second. I will write it one more time. Sorry, it is not this one. This is modulus. So you can see it is giving 10. Why it is giving 10? We'll see that one. Give me a second. I'll explain you. So here we'll take one more. Let mod result 1 equal to y by x. that is saying 2. Now, you might not understand here. Let me give you another example so you'll understand better. I'll say let I'll take the value as, suppose p equal to 10. I'll take another value, let q equal to 3. Let r equal to p modulus q. This is modulus, which will read the remainder. Console.log p. Now here you'll understand in the better way what is happening. Okay, let me write one more console here. Console.log. Okay, now this will differentiate the first and second logic result. Sorry, console.log r here. Now if you see what is happening, it is printing the value as 10, 1. Why? Because when you divide 10 by 3, what basically it will do, it will leave the remainder of 1. 10 divided by 3. 3 into 3, 9. It will leave the remainder as 1. So it will print the value as 1 here. Earlier, when you see here 10 and 20, 10 divided by 20, what basically it will do, 10 divided by 20 will leave the remainder as 0. When it is leaving the remainder as 0, it will take the 10 value. Whatever the value it is there, it will print that value. But when that is not the case, when we have the remainder, that particular remainder value will be printed. So for example, if there is value called 10, we are doing the modulus using 3, it will have the remainder as 1. That particular value will be printed here. So that is about the modulus part. Now, the only important concept here, these are all the basic things. Plus, plus, minus, all these things are basic things. The important one is increment operator. This is called increment, and this is known as decrement. Decrement operators. Now, how this will work? Let's see. We have already declared the value as let x equal to 10 and y equal to 10. Let me declare one more variable. I'll say let value equal to 10. I'll take it as 20, 30. Let value 2 equal to 40. Now I'll say I have already declared the value 2. Let value 1 equal to 40. Is it already declared anywhere? Value is declared, okay. Let value 2 and value 1. Now here I'll say let value 1 plus plus. Not let, I'll just put it as value I have already declared. So it's a value 1 plus plus and console.log. Value 1. Now look at this particular execution. What happened? What is my value? Let value, and let me print it one more time here. You'll see the difference. Control.log value 1. I will just write this here one more time. Okay. Now look at this particular statement that we have written. We said there is a value. There is a variable with the value called 30. There is another variable with the value called 40. Now I wanted to print the value of the first variable for this value 1 variable. Now how do we print? We print console.log using variable name. When I'm trying to print this value console.log using variable name, it is giving me the value of the first variable, which is 40. Now what I did, I said increment the operator I have used here increment operator on this particular variable. Now when you use plus plus, I said earlier it will increase the value by 1. Earlier when your value was 40 and then I said plus plus, now it will become 41. If I don't print this statement here, although it has increased, the value is increased from 40 to 41, but I'm not printing anything. So where it will be? It will just be stored, saying that, okay, you have increased the value. It is getting stored here. There is nothing called printing here. It is not giving you the 41 value because we are only printing the actual value that we have declared. Now, in order to see what the increment operator has done, whatever the operator we have given, increment operator, has this really worked? Has this really increased the value? Then for that, we need to verify using the console.log. You have the value called 40. You have given the increment operator. It means it is increasing the value by 1. And when it is increasing the value by 1, then we are printing that value. And now, in the same way, if I say value 1 minus console.log value 1. Now let's see what it is happening here. Initially, the value is printing as 40. Then we increase the value to 41. Now this actual value 1, 40 has got replaced with 41. Now the actual value is 41. Now what we are saying decrease the value by 1 now. Value minus is nothing but decrease the value by 1, and plus operator, increment increment operator is nothing but increase the value by 1. So here we are increasing the value by 1, and here we are decreasing the value by 1. Now you might get a question here that, Robin, the actual value is 40. When we are decreasing the value, it should be 39. Output should be 39. But why it is printing the 40 exactly? Then where is the decrement happening? Decrement is happening because in line number 74, we said increase the value, whatever the value 1 it has, 40, by 1. So now we remember earlier, anything that anytime you do the initialization with this for the same value, it will delete the older value. So what basically here it is happening, now when the value is increased to 41, in the memory allocation, 40 is deleted for this particular value 1. Value 1, the new value, what it is storing is 41 it is storing. And if I'm doing a negative operator, if I'm doing the decrement operator on the value 1, so what is the value 1 value now? Actual value 1 value is in the 74, line number 74 is 41. On 41, it is doing one more negative operation, and then it is printing the value as 40. Now if I say one more time, value 1 minus console.log value 1. Now look at this, what it is doing. For the first time, the actual value is 40. Well and good. It increases the value by 1. Now this value becomes 41. Understand this, guy. If you have any question, you can ask me, because this logical, this increment operator and decrement operator will be using more inside the for loop. And you must know how it is working. So what is happening here? This is the value. Initially, we have 40. We increase the value by 1 because we have used the increment operator. So 40 value is replaced with 41. We printed the value here, so it printed the value as 41. Well and good. Now I am saying decrease the value by 1. Whatever the value 1 you are storing, this variable 1 has got the value which was initially 40, but line number 74 made it to 41. It means that from the memory allocation, 40 is deleted. It does not have 40 anymore. It has 41. Now on the 41, it will do a negative. One time it will do the minus. This value will become 40. Now what happened? Value 1 again went back to 40. Initially it was 40. It went to 41. Now again it went back to 40 because we have decreased the value by 1. Now on top of 40, now actual value is 40. On top of 40, we are telling it to decrease one more time. It is decreasing one more time. So when it is decreasing one more time, now what is our actual value? It is 39. You can see 40 minus 1 will be the 39 in the next statement here. Now if I do one more time minus value, then it will become 38. If I say value 1 minus console.log, here also value 1. Now if you see this particular execution, it will print 38. Why? Because in line number 81, here in line number 81, the actual value is 39 now. On this 39, it will start printing the, it will start doing the minus operation and it will print the value as 38. So any question you have, any confusion here? What is increment operator and decrement operator?
Robin, I have a confusion over the modulus.
Okay.
If you could explain me once, modulus. What is modulus?
Okay. What is the actual question you have?
I didn't actually understood the modulus concept. Like plus, minus, multiplication, division is fine. What is modulus? That is percentage symbol.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could explain with the example, like scenario ones, like how you explained it now, the value 1 and 2.
Okay.
So if you could use it modulus over there.
All right. I will explain it again.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me find out if there is any actual question inside my notes. Okay. All right. So basically what happened is modulus. Anyone else have this question? Okay. It will return the remainder of the value. Now, when I say remainder of the value, think in this way. We have 10, value 1 as 10, and we have value 2 as, I'll say probably 3. Now, here, what basically will happen is, it will be remainder will be in modulus will work in this way. It will say 10 percentile 3. What actually will happen here? When you say 10 percentile 3, it is nothing but 10 divided by, where is the division operator? Okay, so 10 division divided by 3, something like this, in this way. Now let me show you something where we have written this one.
Yeah, Robin, if you put miss 10 divided by 2, it will 0. Correct?
No.
10 divided by 2.
Okay, we'll see it here. Let, I will say let I equal to 10, let j equal to 2, let k equal to I modulus j. Console.log k. We'll just take the value. Now, if you see, there is a reminder called 0. Why? Because we have this value 10. We have the value called 10. And then if you divide this, if you do the division by 2, so what will happen? It will, how much remainder will be left? It will left the remainder as 0. So always remember, whenever you're using the modulus operator, it will only return the remainder of the value. Whenever you do the division, I don't have the pen, or else I would have shown you how the division work. So basically, what you do, divide 10 divided by 2. And when you divide 10, 2 into 5, it will go 5, 10. What is the remainder? Remainder is 0. Let me open here. Modulus image. Or okay, so if you see here, this particular image, what is happening here? 4 is 75 is divided by 4, right? When you're dividing 75 by 4, what will basically happen? For the first time, you will say 4 one time. So it will leave the remainder as 3. And then you'll put 35, 4 into 8, 32. Now this 3 is left as remainder. This is 18, which is nothing but is a quotient, and 75 is a dividend. This is divisor. Remainder, whatever is displayed here, you can see 75 divided by 4 equal to 18 is the quotient. Remainder is 3. Whatever the remainder will be displayed, that value will be displayed as part of modulus. Modulus will always display the remainder. If the remainder is 3, it will display the remainder 3. If the remainder is 0, it will display the remainder as 0. Now see in this way. Here we are saying 10 divided by 92. Sorry, 92 divided by 10. Now what basically here it is happening? 10 into 9, 90. What is remainder? Remainder is 2. So it will give you the actual remainder value. But unlike division, what is happening in division? Division is working in different way. So how division is working? Normal division I'm talking about. If you see normal division here, I will say let I divided by j I will just remove this. Let h equal to I divided by j. I'll say console.log h. Now look at the thing here. Now what is happening here is when you are dividing anything, which is 5 divided by 2, what it is printing? It is printing the value as 5. Why it is printing the value as 5? It is printing the actual quotient value here. It is printing the actual quotient value. It is not printing the remainder. In division, it is printing this particular value, but in modulus, it is printing the remainder value. Don't get confused here. Whenever you are using the division, it will print the quotient value. Whenever we are using the modulus, it will always print the remainder value. Remainder value here, it will print the quotient value. Any question you have now, Gaurav?
Actually, I still didn't understand. I mean, I got confused.
What is the confusion? So see, you have two value, right? You have two value,
Yes.
10 and 5, 10 or 2 or 5, anything. Now
Yeah.
what basically we'll do, we'll divide in general, when you divide, you'll divide 10 divided by 2, right? So when you divide 10 by 2, what will happen? It will print the value. Quotient
Yes.
will be 5. You know the quotient and remainder now. What is quotient and what is remainder?
Yes.
So if you see here, when this is the same way it is doing, right? It is doing, okay, let me show me the division of 10 by 2 with diagram. Okay. Now, let me see if okay, look at this one. Here, if you see, this image is a little bit different, but just try to understand here. Same way we are doing, 10 is divided by 2. Exactly this is what we are doing, right? Now, what is this 5? If you multiply 2 into 5, it will become 10, right?
Yes.
So 5 is nothing but a quotient, right? It is 5 times 2 is nothing but 10. Now, when you divide this particular statement, how much the remainder will be left?
5.
No, this is
10
this is quotient. 5 into 2 is 10. 10 and 10 is gone. There is nothing left. Do you have anything left? Assume that you have 10 rupees. You have to distribute among 5 people. 10 rupees to distribute among 5 people. How much money will be left with you?
0.
0, right? That's
Yes.
what the modulus does. What is left with you is nothing but the modulus operator. Now assume that you have to divide 10 rupees in 4 people. 10 rupees in 4 people. Or think in this way, 11 rupees in 5 people. How many will be left with you? If you divide equally to everyone, what will be the value left with you? 5 people, there are 5 people. Assume
Yes.
that we are the 5 people right now in the meeting. You
Yes.
have 10 rupees. You are
Mhm.
giving me, everyone you are giving equal value. You do not want to discriminate anyone. You gave me 2, you put 2 with you. You
Mhm.
gave to Ravi, Sanjeev and everyone, you gave to 2 rupees. At the end, how many rupees will be with you
0.
extra? No, we are talking about
I
11.
have 11, then 1 rupees.
That's what called reminder. That is called as a reminder. So whenever you use the modulus, it will
Mhm.
print the value of reminder that you have, how much you are left with. That value will be printed. If you see here, inside this, what basically it is doing, it is printing the reminder of the value here. It is printing the reminder of the value. What is reminder? Reminder is 0. Now what I by j will do, it will print the quotient value. What is quotient here? We have seen here, 2 divided by 5, what is the value? This is the value. 5 is the value. 5 times this is 10,
Yes.
right? 2 into 5.
Mhm.
So division operator will give you the quotient value, whatever the quotient value is there. Modulus operator will give you the remainder value. Understand this, whenever you do that, both are division purpose, both are for division, but
Mhm.
value that you will get returned, in the return, whatever the value you will get, it will give you the remainder. Whatever is left out will be provided to you. If there is nothing left out, it will give you 0 value. This I divided by j, it will give you the quotient value. Quotient value is nothing but how many times you have divided. For example, you have
Yeah.
10 rupees and I'm saying divide it to 5 people. Now this is
Mhm.
5. We are 5 people, right? That
Yes.
5 will be printed there because 5 into 2 is 10. That value will be printed. If it is I divided by j. If it is I modulus j, it will print the remaining amount that is left with you after dividing to everyone, which is nothing but a reminder. If you understand this reminder and quotation concept, earlier you have seen, this one, you'll understand it very well. This is called quotient, right? Because
Mhm.
4 into 18 is 72. 18 into 4 is 72. Now what is left out of 75? 3 is left out, right? Look at this one. If 9 is divided by 4, you have 9 rupees and you are
Mhm.
dividing among 4 people equally. You're not discriminating anyone, you're dividing equally. How many
Okay.
each one will get? 2 rupees, right? You have given 2 rupees
Yeah.
to everyone. So it
Yes.
is 8. 8 rupees is gone from 9. How many you are left with? 1.
1.
1 is the remainder, which is known as modulus, percentage operator, you can say. Okay, your real confusion is if you are seeing the percentage, you are thinking you have to calculate the percentage.
Hmm.
No, that's not the thing here. This operator, percentage operator, is not percent operator. This is not percentage operator. This is modulus operator. Inside JavaScript or any programming language, this is called as a modulus, and it don't behave like the percentage. It behaves differently. It behaves like a reminder of it will give you the output that is nothing but the reminder of the two value that you have performed the modulus. So here, whatever the remainder is left with you, that is nothing but a modulus. Whatever the quotient, how many times you have divided, how many people got equally, that is nothing but division. A divided by B, when you say, that is nothing but the division is quotient and modulus is nothing but remainder. This is about the modulus. You can get back to me over the call
Okay.
whenever you practice. If you have any question and understanding, I'll be able to explain you again. So just understand in this way, this percentage is just a symbol. It is not the percentage. It is modulus, and modulus value you will always get as a reminder of the two value. Whatever the two value you have used, ij,
Mhm.
when you do the division of I divided by j, so 2 into 5, it will become 10. You will have the 0 remainder. So it will print the 0 remainder. When you divide it by normally, I divided by j, if you're not doing the modulus, what basically division will do, it will divide and it will give you the quotient value. How many times it has divided? 5 times. 2 divided by 10 is nothing but 5 times. That
Mhm.
particular 5 value will be printed here. If you have question, you can come to me. You can
5
call
will
me
be
anytime.
questioned and 0 will be the remainder.
Right. That's the
Okay.
normal mathematical operation. Modulus will always print the remainder value. I'm writing this statement here because whenever you see this video again, you'll be able to understand what is this percentage, what is this modulus, and what is this division.
Okay.
All right. So any other question anyone have? I'm stopping the recording.